Everyone, welcome to Perpetu Robert Naturopath. I hope that everyone is doing great, is doing wonderful. So happy evening. It's me again, Perpetu Robert. I come here to help you better your health. In fact, my mission is to really help you to get your health out of health. So welcome. At the same time, I am sharing to some group, Health Out of Hell. So that's a private group that I have. And also I'll be sharing to some group. And I'm asking you to do the same. If you are watching it and find that is good for you and needs to help you, I'm asking you to share it also. Good. So we're gonna continue with our learning about the microbiota. Yes. I don't know. For now, you have to really understand what is the microbiome, what is the microbiota. So the microbiome is just the microorganism that are living in us, right? Those are bacteria, candida, fungus, you name it, all those microorganisms that are living with us. Okay, so if you are there, let me know, where are you streaming from? I am from Canada, in the Quebec area. What about you? I want to know more about you. I want to know what are you dealing, what are your health that you are dealing. And I want to know also, have you been able to watch the videos talking about talking about the microbiota? Hi Katina, thank you thank you very much. Okay, I'm glad to meet you. I miss you so much. Missed you so much. Yes, Katina and I, we are really friends, so love you too. Good. And today, yeah, we're gonna talk about the microbiota. How is those microorganisms that are living within us, that they are affecting us. When we do not take good care of them, things are not going well. Right? It's like the same thing on this planet. You have to live in harmony with the ecosystem. You have to live in harmony with nature. You have to live in harmony with people within your family. You have to live in harmony with people that's not the same race as you, not the same belief as you. Nevertheless, they are really, really important. And that's the same thing, I think, is with our microorganism, the bacteria that are living in us, the viruses that are living in us. In fact, if we do know how to live with them, they are gonna support us, because our immune system depend on them. Our immune system depend on the well-being of those microbiome. In the microbiome, there is good bacteria and there is also bad bacteria. So you have to know how to support the good bacteria, that they do not get overwhelmed or by the pathogenic bacteria. The pathogenic bacteria, that's what we call the bad bacteria that are living with us. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about coronary disease, and we're gonna see how an imbalance in the microbiota really affecting the affecting our heart. So coronary disease is characterized by a deposit of fat on the wall of the coronaries. The coronaries are the arteries that are close to your heart, and they supply blood to the heart muscle. In fact, if those arteries are not properly free, that the blood can flow freely through the heart will not function properly. Okay, so the deposit of fat, gradually form what we call an atheroma plaque. That means it's basically, what is it? Is fat that is lying on the arteries. Let me show you. Let me take a pen and show the example of what I am telling you. It's like, for example, you have that It's like, imagine that is your artery, okay? So the blood flow around here, right? You have blood. Those are the walls of the arteries. Then you have basically what is called atheroma or fat. You have the fat, you know, that represent the fat, and you have the fat here in the middle. What's happened, it is there is not enough way for the blood to flow properly. That's what they call atheroma. Okay, there is not enough room for the blood, and in some cases what's happened is totally blocked. It's totally blocked, and that's where sometimes people gonna have a heart attack. Okay, because the blood is not flowing easily. It is often linked with a variety of factors, including unbalanced diet. You know, a diet that is high with fat, a diet that is high with processed food, and a lack of physical exercise. That's what is causing the coronary disease. And sometimes they will put stent in it. Stent is like a metal or something to open up the arteries to, like for example, if it's closed like that, they would put something in it to make it open, that the blood can flow easily. So in a diet high in fat, high in processed fat, sometimes people think the fat is only the grease that you're eating. It's not only the grease that you're eating. The sugary food that you're eating is turning into fat also. The processed food that you're eating is turning into fat also. Okay, so those process, for example, what is a processed food? Do you know what's a processed food? If you don't know, let me know. But let me tell you what's processed food. Processed food is a food that is no longer like nature has put them on this planet. Let me tell you an example of processed food, highly processed food. You have, for example, your oat, okay? You have an oat, it's a grain that is occur naturally in the ground on this earth, right? And you are taking your oat cereal, a cereal that is in the box. What's happened? It's highly processed because it's no longer even in the same form as it is. So it is highly processed. Now you, instead of having a natural oat, you know, wool, they call it wool oats. Now you have a box of cereal. You know, sometimes the shape is different and everything because it has been so processed. They put added sugar in it, they add chemicals in it, they have preservative in it, they add coloring in it, and in some cases they even have put more. They put a chemical that they say rich in vitamin something, for example, and those vitamins are not even natural in the food anymore. Those are added vitamin, those are added calcium, those are added minerals that they are in it. So basically it is nothing like the oat that you have. Let me give you an example of less processed food. For example, you have your beans or your lentils. Okay, when they get fresh, they took them, they dry them in the sun, for example, or they can use a dehydrator or something. So that food is processed, but it is less processed. So your bean is still in the same shape, it's just dry. So the only thing that you have to do is when you soak your food, when you soak your beans or you soak your lentils, what's happened, you're gonna see that your lentils or your beans can grow. So that's when your food is really less processed, and as soon as you put it in the water, what's happened to it is go back to life. So there is still life in the food that you're eating. There is still life in the beans. There is still life in the lentil that you have. So now tell me, do you understand what is the difference between processed, highly processed, and less processed food? We can even consider the dry beans or the dry lentil as crazy 100% natural because it's only dry. It can revive itself. You put it in the water, it's gonna go back. You even can put it in the ground again and it's gonna grow. So that food is food. It's really full with it's full of benefit for the body. Okay. So for the coronary disease, what's happened? It's the severity of the disease depends a lot on the location that is deprived of oxygen. For example, is it really close to the heart? What's happened? It's the person might die of a heart attack because there is not enough blood supply to the heart. So, and then when that happens, depending on the location of the lack of blood, you're gonna have myocardial infarction. You're gonna probably get angina. Or you can even have death. Some people, the heart just cannot live because the blood is not enough. Okay, so. And again, what they found the relationship between dysbiosis microbiota and coronary artery disease. They found that. So, and they make a research at the University of Colorado to summarize that. They took some mouse and they changed their gut microbiome. They changed basically their whole gut microbiome. Okay, and what's happened? They have an impact on their vascular health. You know, I know it is not human, but imagine if it does that to rats, it does that to animals. What's gonna happen to us as human beings? And what they find is like the vascular endothelium, the inner lining of the arteries of the mouse really change, and their heart really change. So, and they find out that some intestinal bacteria produce what they call trimethylamine, which is a substance that make oxidation in the liver, and it's making a lot of blood clots. So that's mean those blood clots were able to block the coronary arteries. So, and the arteries, those arteries are the thinnest in the heart, and it's really a protection for the heart. So you understand that if the gut microbiota of the mouse change so much just because they destroy it, okay? So imagine us, and we basically do destroy our gut microbiome by the way we eat. And we have seen what can destroy the gut microbiome. We talk about antibiotic. Yes, Christina. Yeah, we need to embrace what's natural like God intended. Yes, we have like antibiotic. So many times now, everything that people have, they go to an antibiotic, and it's destroying the gut health. It's destroying those microbes that are there to help us. And then we have also foods that are highly processed, destroy the microbiomes, with the preservative that they have in them, with all the coloring agent that they put in them, with all those chemicals that they put in them. So it does not feed the good bacteria in our body. So that's why now it's becoming the bad bacteria overgrown, and we might have different problems. And for example, we talk about the coronary disease, or the heart problem, but also vagina infection. People more and more have vagina infection. I see people putting a lot of things in their vagina, saying that they are cleaning it. No, you make it more dirty. for sure, if you have any problem, you can use like herbal tisane, herbal tea, or putting herbs inside of you naturally, in terms of helping if you have any kind of problem in it. But putting literally things that to make the vagina smelling good, I'm telling you, you are destroying your health, your reproductive system health. You're basically destroying it. It does not made to smell. Though eventually, if it smells that bad, you probably needs to do more hygiene, or even lemon juice. You can wash yourself with lemon juice. Is better than putting those things that are smelly. I don't know what they put, what kind of chemical they put in them. So it's better you wash yourself with lemon juice. You give yourself a vaginal douche instead of using other things to smell good. I don't know, perfume, whatever they put in it. Okay, so we saw that antibiotic products that we are using, usually they can destroy our gut microbiome. And remember, there is not only microbiome in your intestinal area, in your digestive area, but there is also microbiome on your skin. So I talk it so many times. People that are using soap, bactericide soap, soap to lighten yourself, right? Destroying not only the melanin of your skin, but also destroying the microbarrier that is in your skin. So now your skin is gonna be prone to disease, gonna be prone to eczema, is gonna be prone to a lot of things. Right? Because that is a protection. That is a lining protection that you have, the skin that you have. You have to take good care of your skin. Only put natural lotion in your skin. And you do not have to use soap every single day. I know some people might find it's weird, but you need sometimes to just take your shower with plain water or really mild soap. Really mild soap, okay, things that are natural. And we see that other things that can destroy our gut microbiome, believe it or not, the thoughts that you have affecting your gut microbiome. So every time that you have a bad thoughts, you keep having those bad thoughts, not like you just have the thoughts and then it's gone. No, you keep thinking about it. Is destroying your gut microbiome. In fact, is like the bad bacteria gonna overgrow. It's like you're nourishing them. Inside of you, there is the positive and there is the negative. And it's up to you to let the negative get out, the positive get out. The positive have to overcome the negative. It's affecting your whole system, your whole life. Okay? And we call that the intestinal flora. So, and we saw also that your teeth, right, is really important. The gut microbiome, the intestinal area have 100,000 billion of bacteria in it. And your mouth microbiome is 700 different type of species. 700 different type of species in your mouth. You know, and it's really when there is an imbalance, people having gum bleeding, or people having puree, or any kind of gum disease, it's gonna affect your gut microbiome. And they even say that heart problem, it can affect, it can even give you heart problem if your gum is not properly well taken good care of. Okay, good guys. So do you have any question? Feel free to ask me question. I love to answer your question. Ask me question, okay? And feel free, please share the live. That people needs to know those things, and we need to share them, that they might take better care of themselves. And I'm talking, if you're Christina, I know that you women, I'm talking to women that are in age of procreate, in age of getting pregnant, getting children. When you take good care of yourself, you not only take good care of yourself, you are taking good care of the new generation, because when you're gonna have your children, they're gonna inherit your weaknesses, but also your strength also. So the more you eat better, the more you eat food in their nature state, the more you eat food that are, if you can, as much as you can, organic, the more healthy you're gonna be. And especially if you can eat the food in their natural state, that means that doesn't require a lot of heat, because the more heat that you use in your food, the more is destroying the enzymes of the food. Thank you, Pastor. The more you are destroying the enzyme in your food. So if you are women, please, please, please take good care of yourself, because the future of your babies depend on you. The future of your baby depend on the health that you are having. You are passing a legacy. The legacy that you are leaving to your children is not only the money wise, it's not only the property that you are leaving to your children. You are also leaving the health. The health of humanity depend on you, depend on the good decision. That's why we need to share the gospel. The more women that know about that, the more life we're gonna save. Okay, the more life you're gonna save. And there is so many things that you can do naturally to take good care of yourself. Okay, so that we say coronary disease when the gut microbiome. Eat food in their season. It's important to eat your food in their season. When it is the mango season, eat plenty of mango. So when it is orange season, drink plenty of orange. Eat plenty of oranges. If it's I don't know if you're which country you are, but pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what is in season and eat plenty of that, because that nature give you and God give you, it's a protection for you. It's gonna help you in the next season. Yes, Christina, you have to prepare yourself the day that you get married and become a mother. That's the only thing, because I don't know if you have the chance to look the older videos, but I explained that when a child is born, the child inherits the microbiota. The child inherits all the good and the bad, the bacteria that the mother has, the bacteria that is the vagina, the reproductive system, and also the bacteria that's fecal bacteria. Unfortunately, it's the same. They have to inherit that. Fecal bacteria and vagina bacteria. And those kids, they become stronger. They're usually born with a stronger immune system. So the earlier you're preparing yourself, the better it is. Okay, so and a baby that is born with C-section, they find out their gut microbiome is not that strong. It takes time for them to build their microbiome. It takes time for them to develop those microbiome, and especially if they are in an environment that is super duper clean, where household products are being used, their gut microbiome takes more time to develop. So when you have your baby, it is good tonight to clean your house, but pay attention to the products that you are using to clean your house. Pay attention to the product that you are using on your babies. Okay, because it's gonna make their immune system weak. It's now, I don't know if you noticed that, but the more and more babies are being born with eczema, more and more babies are being born with thyroid problem, more and more young children are having diabetes, more and more young children are having Crohn's disease because of the imbalance in the gut microbiomes. And it is something that we are building generation before, because you have your ancestors in you have your ancestors in your cells. Why? Let me explain you. For example, if your ancestors have a weakness, a weak pancreas, a weak liver, your children will be born will mostly inherit that weak pancreas. Doesn't mean that you're gonna develop diabetes, but if the pancreas is weak. And why? Because the mother or the ancestor were eating highly processed food or highly carbohydrate food, and most of the time. So the mother have insulin resistant, the children have a better chance to be diabetes at maybe at a later age, and you see the third generation might have diabetes, that by type 1 diabetes. That means the children might develop diabetes in their early age, like 14 or 13. So they start to form a weak pancreas, difficulty with sugar, and now after the third generation, what can you have? You probably will have a pancreas that no longer is able to produce insulin. That's the thing. So it is us, our new generation, to try our best to live not only having a better earth, but to have children that all have a stronger immune system. Okay. I know that they are teaching us, like, paying attention so much to the environment, wearing masks, which is good. Keep wearing your mask, or wash your hands. That's what they are telling you. That is good. But the work that you are supposed to do is to work inside of you, is to work in you, because you do not have any power on the environment. You do not have any power to what's happening to you outside of you, but in you, you can strengthen your immune system. The viruses can be on the air, the viruses can be on the environment, but if your body is strong, it will be able to resist the viruses. It's like you have a garbage can, okay, a garbage trash, a garbage bin, whatever you call it. When it's dirty, what's happened to that garbage? Okay, put that garbage outside in the summer, for example, and that garbage is really dirty. It have not been washed. You're gonna have mosquitoes, you're gonna have flies or you're gonna probably have worms all around the garbage trash, right? Because the garbage is dirty, it attracts flies. But if the garbage trash is really clean, you have taken good care of it, you throw your garbage away and you clean it, you wash it, yes, fly might pass by. One or two fly will pass by, but they're not gonna stay because there is nothing for them to stay. That's the same thing with the virus. If your body is dirty, if your body is unclean, so when you catch the virus, it's gonna stay there and it's gonna stay there, it's gonna eat because he is eating the trash that is on you. The trash that is on you is feeding the virus. So instead of focus on the environment, still respect your 2 feet, distances, still like put in your mask and your glove, wash your hands 130 times. Yeah, but make sure that you take good care of you. Make sure that you take good care of you. Okay? So, in the meanwhile, thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing the live, and we're gonna see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Remember, at noon, I speak in French. At 6 p.m., I speak in English. Unfortunately, Christina, I don't speak Spanish. If I could have speak Spanish. The Creole version is at Radio Avant-Garde, okay? It's an online radio. You can find the Creole version of it. So, Christina, that will be a good thing if I could speak Spanish, that you could share it. But I can't, unfortunately. Okay, so that's us for today. Take good care of your microbiome. Take good care of the microbiome of your body. Look what I'm putting on as a lotion. That's what I make. Herbs, butter. You have to feed them. You have also microbiome. You have also bacteria on it. Yeah. So you have microbiome. And also, if you need any hair product, I do make hair products, because it's not only that you have long hair, you have to take good care of those microbiome, of the bacteria that is on your scalp also. So I make all natural herbs, all natural products. I'll put the website in the link below that you can see. I put oil, butter mixed with herbs, really purely natural and made at home. No preservative, no coloring, nothing that will destroy your protection. Yeah, I always tell people inner care matters the most. Yeah, yep. What you consume and that what's come outside of you. Yeah, you're totally right. You are what you eat, and you are also what you think. I was reading in the scripture in James 1, he said, life and death lie in the power of the tongue. And I mean, I have the biggest revelation for me. Like, they usually think about only the word that we are speaking to ourselves, which is really, really important. Whatever word that you're speaking, what you are proclaiming on yourself, on your children, on your family, have a lot of chance to happen. But also what you are eating, the tongue, because that's the tongue that makes you taste the food. This is the tongue. This is the tongue that make you taste. And most people has a problem is the taste, and they know so much about the taste. Guys, the MSG, the Maggi, the cube Maggi, the Maggi bouillon that we are eating is full of toxin, and most of the food that we are eating that are transformed has that chemical compound. That is what it basically does, is destroy the taste buds. It makes you taste the food, it makes you want to taste that chemical, and when that chemical is not in the food, you don't feel like it's tasty, you don't feel like it tastes good, you feel like, oh no, something is missing. Oh yeah, because they are basically enslave your tongue, enslave your taste bud, killing your taste bud. You see, in your tongue lie the power of life and death. So, good. Thank you for joining. I was really happy to chat with you. Thank you, Christina, for sharing. Thank you very much. So we'll see tomorrow at 6 p.m. for English and at 12 for the French one. Okay, bye.